Hello students, greetings of the day. So, in the last session we have discussed about the chapter health and hygiene. So, today also we are going to continue the same chapter. First of all, we have to recall the topics what is by health and hygiene. So, what is by health? Health means complete physical, social and mental well-being. That is, we should avoid diseases. So that is called health. So when we say that we are healthy, we should not affected by any disease. If we are not affected by any disease, we can say that we are healthy, right? So what about hygiene? Hygiene means we should make ourselves clean and we should make the surroundings clean, so that we can be in hygiene, so that our body is healthy. So what is by health and hygiene? So health means complete social and mental well-being, that is we should not be affected by any disease, and hygiene means what is it? We should make ourselves and our surroundings clean. Okay. So what are all the topics we had seen in the last session? Components of food. So what are the 6 important components of food? Proteins, vitamins, fats, minerals, water and what is it? Proteins, vitamins, carbohydrates. Okay. Protein, vitamin, fat, minerals, water and carbohydrate are the 6 essential components, important components of food. Okay. So, we have seen detail about what is carbohydrate and for what they are useful. So, with that and all we had seen in the last session. So, today we are going to see about the balanced diet. Okay, health and diet and hygiene and the microbes and about microbes. Okay, so first health, we have seen about health. Next one, balanced diet. So first of all, what is meant by diet? What is meant by diet? You can hear the word diet. So what is by diet? Diet means adequate amount of, that is adequate amount of all necessary nutrients that is required for healthy growth and activity. So what are all the items present in food? Carbohydrate, fat, mineral, something. That is 6 important components. That 6 important components should be in adequate proportion. Okay, so you should not take more, consume more, or you should not consume less. You should be in balance. What is balance? So it should be in that is it should be in proper proportion. Okay, you should take, for example, if you want to take 2 liters of milk daily, you should take 2 liters of milk daily. You should not take more or you should not take less. Okay, for example. Okay, so that is the balanced diet. Balance. So balance means adequate amount of all necessary nutrients. You should take all necessary nutrients. What are the nutrients? You should take carbohydrate, protein, vitamin, mineral. So what are all the items commonly you take? Milk you will take, rice, wheat, vegetables, fruits, oil, ghee. So these are all the common items you intake daily, right? So that should be in proper proportion. Okay. So adequate amount of all necessary nutrients. For what they are required? So that is required for healthy growth. So you should grow for in LKG you will be so small, but in 12th standard you will grow so up to a certain height. Okay, so for that is healthy growth, and also growth not only in the sense height, it also in the sense body. Okay, so mental well-being, that is what is it? Physically, that is socially and mentally. So growth in the sense both, all the 3. Okay, and for activity, for reading, writing, playing, for all the activity we need balanced diet. Okay, so for totally what is my balanced diet? You should take all the proportion, that is all the nutrients in a fixed proportion. Okay, for a healthy growth and activity. Okay. So next one, malnutrition. Okay, so what is by malnutrition? Nutrition means food. So malnutrition means lack of food. Mal means lack of. Okay, lack of nutrition, lack of food. So nutrients are not in proper proportion. Balanced diet means that is in a proper proportion. If we lack this proper proportion, that is called malnutrition, and that is a lack of balanced diet. Okay, if you lack of proper nutrition, that is called malnutrition. This leads to deficiency disease. If you lack any nutrients, that lead to deficiency disease. Okay, if you are not taken fruits and vegetables daily, what will happen? You will need to face a problem, that is disease. Okay, so this is a pyramid that is given under the balanced diet in your textbook. So this pyramid is useful for the intake of nutrients. So at the bottom, bread, cereal and pulses are given. So for what they are given at the bottom? Because you should intake this more. We have intake rice, bread, cereal, pulses and more. Next we can intake fruits and vegetables. Okay. So at the next step we have taken meat, fish, egg, milk, and then fat, oil and sweets. Why the fat, oil and sweets are at the top of the pyramid? Because we should intake this only less. Okay, so why we should intake less? Because even if you consume less amount, it gives more energy. But bread, cereal and pulses, rice, we should intake more so that we can consume more energy. Okay, so are you all clear? What is malnutrition? Lack of nutrients, lack of balanced diet. It leads to malnutrition. This malnutrition leads to deficiency diseases. Okay, so the next one, what are the problems we faced when we lack balanced diet? Okay, so first of all, balanced diet, if we take balanced diet, we will be in healthy manner, and we can develop, and that is our growth and development are in normal manner, and we should we has an capacity to work, and we should we has a capacity to resist diseases, and we help in proper growth. It helps in proper growth, it helps in resist diseases, it helps in growth and development. So, if we lack a balanced diet, we said that it leads to deficiency diseases. What are the two important deficiency diseases? First one, protein, it comes under protein deficiency diseases. Okay, so if we lack protein, if you not eat protein well, if you hadn't intake protein well, there are two types of disease. One is Kwashiorkor and marasmus. These two examples are given in your textbook. Okay, you can see that there is two child are given. One, his face and his stomach are so bulgy. Okay, so another one, one little boy, he is so lean. Okay, so why he is like that? Because he is in lack of protein. Okay, if we lack, there are two types of protein deficiency disease. One is Kwashiorkor, another one is marasmus. Kwashiorkor, marasmus. Okay, so Kwashiorkor means stunted growth. Okay, stunted means bulgy. Your head, that is neck, stomach, face are so bulgy. Okay, so it's stunted growth. Okay, and also swelling of face, limbs and diarrhea. Okay, what is diarrhea? Loose motion. So these are all the symptoms. If you had stunted growth and you are swelling in face and limbs and diarrhea, you should check whether you are having the disease called Kwashiorkor. Okay, so the next one, marasmus. Marasmus means skinny appearance. Okay, next one, slow body growth. Okay, so if you are having your body growth is so dull, and if you are so lean, you should lack of protein. So it is called protein deficiency disease. So these two are the important disease, comes under the protein. Okay, comes under the protein deficiency, that is Kwashiorkor and marasmus. Okay, so the next one, mineral deficiency. Okay, so mineral, if you lack calcium, you will get rickets. Okay, if you lack calcium, you will get rickets, and if you lost phosphorus, if you lack of phosphorus, you will get osteomalacia, and if you lack iodine, you will get cretinism, okay, cretinism, yes. Next one, iron. If you lack iron, you will get anemia, hemoglobin, okay. So if you lost blood, if you lack of blood, the blood contains iron pigment, okay. So if you lack blood pigment, you will be anemia, okay. So these are all the deficiency disease, that is protein deficiency disease, and this one is mineral deficiency disease. If you have symptoms, so it is stunted growth, it is leads to kwashiorkor. If you have symptoms skinny appearance, it leads to the disease called marasmus, okay, clear. So the next one, physical exercise and rest. So for a man, how the nutrients are essential, likewise the physical exercise and rest are most important. So you need to have nutrients, and also you need to have physical exercise and rest, okay. What am I physical exercise? Number of physical exercise are there, that is playing games, okay, and not in mobile phone, okay. Playing games means you need to play cricket or carom or chess, like that, okay. So next one, sports, that is sports items, okay. So next one, yoga, you should undergo yoga, and active living, you should be in active manner, you should not so dull, you should not always in sleepy mood, okay, you should be active. So for that physical exercise are need, and physical exercise, dance is also one kind of physical exercise, active living is also one kind of physical exercise, and exercise. Some of the youths go to where? Gym. So that are exercise, physical exercise, okay. So for what these physical exercise are important? To lead a growth and development, and also to increase in growth and development, and strengthening of muscles and cardiovascular system, that is heart, to make the heart in calm manner, and to make the muscles tight, strengthen, we need to have physical exercise, okay. So clear? Physical exercise means it is any bodily activity that enhance or maintains physical fitness or overall health and wealth, okay. Rest, okay. So for what rest is essential? The rest is essential to have a physical and mental health, to have a clear physical and mental health. However, nutrients are essential for our body development. Likewise, the rest and physical exercise are also most important for our health, okay. If you are watching TV or if you are watching TV or playing games in your mobile phone up to 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, what will happen? You can't able to wake up early in the morning, right? You will sleep up to 10 o'clock, right? Yes. So you should not do that, okay. You should have a complete rest, at least 8 hours a day, okay. You should sleep at least 8 hours of a day, so that your physical and mental health will be completely all right, okay. So and also by doing physical exercise, obesity will be avoided, okay. So some child, maybe in for example, a 3 to 4 year baby should have a weight up to 12 to 14 kg. But if they are in 15 kg or 20 kg, what we should do? They should have a playing exercise, so that their body obesity will be reduced, okay. They should not take a complete rest, okay. They should be active, so that their weight will be reduced, okay. So rest and physical exercise are most important like nutrients, okay. So the next one, personal cleanliness. So what is personal cleanliness? Hygiene. So what is hygiene? Hygiene means we should make ourselves and our surroundings clean. so it avoid the spread of diseases. So nowadays we are facing the problem, you know that, what is it? Coronavirus. So we should avoid the coronavirus by making ourselves hygiene. So by making, that is by cleaning our hands regularly, that is washing our hands regularly, and by wearing mask and social distance, by using kerchiefs, you can avoid, that is spreading of diseases. To avoid the spreading of diseases, hygiene is most important. Okay, you should brush your teeth regularly, and you should bath at least twice a day, and you should brush at least twice a day, and you should wash your clothes regularly, and you should wash your eyes for every part, eye, hand, mouth, nose. You should hygiene, you should be in hygiene all the parts of your body. You should make yourself clean by making a hygiene. Okay, by having a hygiene, that is eye hygiene, nose, mouth, hand, your clothes, your body. By making yourself clean, you will be avoid the spreading of diseases. Okay, so have you all clear about, that is physical exercise and rest? So students, if you lack personal hygiene, you will lead to several diseases. So what are all the diseases? If you didn't wash your hair weekly twice, what will happen? You will be affected by dandruff. And if you didn't wash your food regularly, what will happen? You will be affected by athlete's foods and also diarrhea. So these are all the common diseases you know by yourself. Right? So you should not avoid personal hygiene. You should follow personal hygiene. Okay. So how these diseases are affected? So what are all the microbes which cause these diseases? So what are all the microbes? Bacteria, virus, and what are all they? Bacteria, virus, and fungi and protozoans. So these four are the major one that cause diseases to our body. Okay. So first one, bacteria. So these four microbes cannot seen through our naked eye. It can seen only through our microscope. Okay. First one, bacteria. So what is bacteria? It is a small prokaryotic. It is small and it is a prokaryotic. What is a prokaryotic? Prokaryotic means it is a unicellular, that is microorganism. It doesn't have nucleus, and also it doesn't have membrane bound organelles. So already we had seen, that is chloroplast, protoplasm, nucleus, and chromatin reticulum, that are all present in the plant cell and animal cell. So if we lack prokaryote, that is if you lack nucleus and membrane bound organelles, that is called prokaryotic. Okay. So the next one, these bacteria are independent. Okay, it can live independently or it can live as parasite. So what is a parasite? It live on another. Okay, it depend on another living organism for their survival. So it live independently, and also it depends on, or else it depends on another organism for their survival. That is known as parasite. Okay, so next one, it produce pus, that is harmful waste. If you get wound, if you didn't maintain your personal hygiene, what happens? A yellow color liquid fluid comes out from the wound. That is called pus. Okay, that is waste. Okay, so these are all the important points on the bacteria. Bacteria are small and it is prokaryotic, and it live independently, or it lives on another living organism for their survival, and it also doesn't have nucleus and membrane bound organelles. So some of the common diseases that is caused by bacteria are cholera, typhoid, pneumonia, tuberculosis, and tetanus. So cholera and typhoid are spread through food and water. Okay, cholera and typhoid are spread through food and water. Pneumonia and tuberculosis are spread through sneeze or cough. When you sneeze or cough, and if you are having tuberculosis, that will be spread to some other person. Okay, and also tetanus. Tetanus are spread through wounds. Okay, tetanus are spread through wounds. So clear about bacteria. So the next one, virus. So what is a virus? It is also a unicellular, that is microorganism. It cannot seen through a naked eye, and it is a acellular agent that lives and replicates in other living organism. It doesn't live independently. It needs another host. Okay, it lives on some other living organism to survive for their survival. Okay, it is an acellular agent and lives and replicates. It multiples. So in other living organism, all in plants and also in animals and also in microorganisms. Okay, it lives in plants, animals and also in microorganism. It lives there and also it replicates and it damages the healthy cells in plants or animals or human beings or microorganism. It lives there and it replicates and it damages the healthy cells in that particular organism and it makes us sick and it makes sick. Okay, so these are all the important points of the virus. This is the structure of virus. See here. So this is a structure. This structure you had seen in news, right? Corona. It is in this structure only, right? You have seen this structure. So see here. It is a structure of virus, and this is a envelope. What do you mean by envelope? Outer cover. Okay, in post. You have envelope. What is that? Outer cover. So envelope protein. So virus has a protein. This is an envelope protein and it is an envelope outer cover and it is a viral genome. So gene, you know about gene. So you have the gene of your parents. Okay. So likewise it is a gene, DNA. Okay. So it is a viral gene and it is a nucleocaps. So this nucleus has a capsid, so cover. Okay, so close. That is what your water bottle have cap. So likewise, this gene has caps. That is nuclear capsid, and it has a viral tegument. Okay, tegument means segment. Okay, it is a viral segment. Okay, so some of the common diseases caused by virus are common cold, chickenpox, polio, and nowadays corona. So these are all the common items, common diseases you know very well about the virus. So what are all the topics we had covered so far? We have seen about the health and balanced diet. What is a balanced diet? You should have a proper adequate amount of proper amount of nutrients. So if you lack this proper amount of nutrients, you will lead to diseases. That is deficiency diseases. That is called malnutrition. Okay, so we had seen the two types of disease. One is one is protein and mineral. Protein deficiency diseases are kwashiorkor and marasmus, and minerals, if you lack mineral calcium, phosphorus, iron, you will lack diseases, deficiency diseases. Okay, next we have seen about the physical exercise and rest. Physical exercise and rest are most needed for your proper growth and development. Okay, so the next we had seen, if you lack hygiene, you will lead to diseases. So that diseases is caused by microbes. So that microbes are seen only through a microscope. Okay, so what are all the microbes? Bacteria, virus, fungi and protozoan. Okay, so bacteria, it is a prokaryotic and it lives independently, or else it lives on another host for their survival, and it doesn't have nucleus and it also doesn't have membrane bound nucleus. Some of the bacterial diseases are cholera, typhoid, pneumonia, tuberculosis and tetanus. So virus, it is a acellular agent. It lives and replicates in another living organism and it damages and and make them sick. Okay, so this is a structure. Some of the common viral diseases are common cold, chickenpox, polio and corona. Okay, clear? So today's session is over and also this chapter is over. You have to go through your textbook so that you can gather some information. You can clear your doubts then and there. Okay, so today's assignment is you should go through your textbook, that is question and answers at the back of your textbook, and you have to answer the questions. Okay, you should write the You should write the answer for choose the correct answer, true or false, fill in the blanks, complete the analogy and match the following. Okay, and also we are having a complete the diagram. 6th Roman, complete the diagram. You should complete the diagram. Okay, so this chapter is over. You have to do this assignment in the next session. Okay, thank you all.